Okay, I need to start recording this video, otherwise I will never finish it. Hello everybody, I hope you're all well. In this week's video, I wanted to properly introduce myself, as I have done that only in the very first Druidas video and a little bit during my live streams. The channel is growing quite a bit, so I thought it was the perfect time. My name is Alba, and I'm a concept artist. In the past 6 years or so, I worked on many different projects in very different industries, each time gaining new skills and insight into what it means to create a whole project. In these years of professional work, I was able to take part in many different projects in gaming, VFX, tech, and more. Some of the projects that I worked on that you may know are the video game Dune Awakening and the series Shogun. Creating concepts and designs to solve the problems and support the team, it's so fulfilling to me. Making ideas come true in the form of drawings and paintings, it's what I love doing. But some of you might be asking, what is concept art exactly? So let me give you a brief explanation. The main task of a concept artist is to solve problems, meaning that concept art is used in projects where we need a visual explanation of how something is going to work and how something is going to look. Concept art is also called concept design and is present in many forms all around you. Someone did concepts and worked on the designs of many of the objects that surround you. I feel that in the mainstream internet language, concept art usually refers to the art for a video game, movie, or series. If you think about it, when working on a project like a video game, the team needs to establish the visual look of every aspect of the game. And here is where concept artists and designers are needed. Tables, chairs, bottles, the barrel in the corner of the room itself, the characters, the environments, the creatures. Everything needs to have a visual look decided, and in most cases, it will need a concept. I think that concept art is extremely important and incredibly useful in games, movies, and series. It's part of the foundation on top of which a good project can exist and thrive. It's usually quick and very effective in communicating the final vision and goals, and it supports all aspects of the production. Sometimes it happens that corners are cut and concepts are not produced, and I feel that the projects visibly suffer because of this. While working, you will usually get a written brief and a few documents that give you all the information that you need about the world and any requests that will guide your design process to make sure that it's in line with the whole project direction. Concept artists are part of the team, so these designs need to be very readable and clear to the other team members that will use them for their tasks, for example, 3D modelers. It is a very well-rounded job, as you will need many different skills to do it. The projects are never the same. The themes and styles change, and there's also a ton of feedback to elaborate. And of course, you need to be able to draw and design things that make sense and also look appealing. I truly love this job and enjoy every aspect of it. But I have to be honest, it was a real struggle to start this career. It took several years and hundreds of rejections to land my first job. It's a very small industry with very few roles, and with a lot of people that will love to fill those roles. And with the current global job market situation, yeah, it's even more difficult these days. And that brings me to the main topic of this video, which is the importance of personal projects. I always had some kind of small project going on. I find it's the perfect way for me to produce art for my portfolio, try new techniques, experiment with the styles, and and new themes, and in general, practicing and getting better at my craft. And this never stopped, even when I started working fairly regularly as a concept artist. I will carve some time in the weekends and the evenings to sketch ideas. I think personal projects could be very useful to all creatives, and they don't need to be massive. They could just be a collection of 5 paintings, I don't know, 15 pages long story, anything to give yourself the space and freedom to create and experiment. The current world building project I am developing, Druides, I've been working on for around 7 years, with a few long pauses here and there. At one point, I understood that this will be the project because I always found myself going back to it, wanting to expand it and create more of this magical fantasy story. A few years ago, I started thinking about the goals for the project and how to make it a more concrete thing. And the goal for now is to create an art book that includes the lore and all the concepts. In the long run, I will also love to make a video game set in the world of Druides. These goals and tasks that I gave myself are extremely useful to keep me on track, to push me to get better at concept art, and in the end, creating something that I can call mine. Working as a concept artist for the VFX and gaming industry is very unstable. Contracts are short, layoffs are always present and even increasing. And you cannot really rely on corporations and studios because we are just a number for them. But we are really not. We are so much more than that. And if you are a creative person, having a personal project, something that you created, where you are the full owner, the director, and the creator, it's so fulfilling. World building is something that I've been doing since I was little, even though I didn't know how to call it. I used to make up and write stories and draw the characters and environments. I also used to create new stories set in my favorite movies or books and making up scenes in my mind all the time. I have always been interested in creating and exploring many different ways of making stuff, drawing, painting, sculpture, building stuff with cardboard, making props, book binding, costume making, whatever it is. I always felt the need to create and make something. So I guess that starting a whole world building project was the natural consequence for me. Druides started as a character concept that I was doing for my portfolio. Nothing more at the beginning. I liked how the concept turned out, so I did a second one. And hey, I like that one too. I started to see a theme between the two characters, so I started putting down ideas in writing. After a few months, I had quite a few characters sketched, a few environments, and the beginning of a story written down. At the time, I was also trying to get a little bit better at illustration, as this was during the time where I was still looking for a job as a concept artist. So I thought it was a good idea to try new things. So I made quite a lot of those based on Druides. There was also a bit of a trend with the illustrated tarot cards at the time within the artist community. So I also had the idea of making a whole deck inspired by tarot with the characters from Druides. After a bit, I abandoned that, but I was quite happy with the result, and I'm still happy to this day with those illustrations. I also started posting a little bit more on Instagram, and I began developing more the actual world building and lore of Druides in my spare time because I used to work in retail, and my free time was as much as possible dedicated to the project. I definitely felt that I wanted to do more with the project, and that's when I had the idea of making an art book. I was inspired very much by the artist Evan Amundsen and his project Tyne, and also other books like these with the art of Alan Lee and John Howe are these are my fuel. These drive me to the end goal of producing an art book. Last year is when I started considering the idea of live streaming my art and making YouTube videos about Druides. I wanted this project to grow and to go out of my studio and share it with people who could be interested in it and maybe even inspired to create their own projects, like these other artists inspire me. I mentioned before that in the past, I tried a couple of times to make YouTube videos, but they were more like art studio style videos. And honestly, I didn't enjoy making those at all. So I stopped. After seeing so many world builders popping up on my YouTube recommendations and devouring their videos, I was very inspired by that. And I wanted to do something similar for Druides, and here we are. Now, given the difficulty in finding a new role, a new job, it was the perfect time to take this opportunity and make the videos, do the live streams, and dedicate time to my project, produce art, write the lore, and develop the world of Druides more and more. And honestly, the best part is the community that is forming here on YouTube, on Twitch, and on the Discord server. Thanks to you, your support, your enthusiasm, and your brilliant ideas, and all the cool things that you share with me, I feel so inspired and so motivated to keep going. My biggest hope is that I can inspire other creative people to have their own projects and share them with the people, with the world. Please do. I need more personal projects. Please, more world building projects. I hope this video makes sense and it's not all over the place. It probably is. This format is very different from what I've been doing for the past few months, but I felt the need to share a little bit more about me now that we are so many here. And I wanted to chat a bit more about my passion for personal projects and world building. I hope this was somewhat useful and insightful for you. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel because we are so close to 1,000 subs. What? If you have any other topics related to concept art and world building that you feel that could be good ideas for a video, let me know in the comments. Remember that I stream twice a week on YouTube and Twitch on Tuesdays and Thursdays if you want to join me while I draw. We now have a Discord server for Druides to share ideas, cool things, and just have fun in general. If you want to join that, the link is in the description. That being said, I wish you all a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. In a very different Druides. Should I do the turn like evil guy in like a Bond movie? Well, hello there. I need a cat. Do I have a cat? Wait, I have a cat. I have a cat. Look, this cat is very happy to be here. Say something. No? Oh, you're always talking, and right now you're just.